Okay, I made it back. But it was a 2-hour break. Sorry about that. I know a lot of people floated off. And I have my usual suspects here, the Kados that are in the chat. And I think there's probably maybe about a couple dozen of my friends here. I know most of the folks in the mainland is sleepy time or getting close to it or somewhere like that. Thankfully, I have moderator SB's in the house. Going to help me out. Still looks like I got a couple hours worth of work here to do, so I already ate a little dinner while I was out. I have my water over here, and we're just going to get right into it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, Lurking Kado, I like that. That's funny. So, really quick, let me just say hi to everybody again. Mikazil. Mikazil's in Square Meal, Brexter, Judge Mikazi, Cycloid, Rotten Soundgarden, Leon's Muse. How are ya? And of course, SB. And there's Jerdman. How you doing? Let me see what else. Who else is hanging? Robo Gorbachev. How are you? Let me see. Anybody else back there? No? Vikli. Or Viki. And let me see. And DJ Tambor and Square Meal. And I think that must be the hall here. Chaotic Old Boar and Brexter as well. All right, let's just get going over here. So here we go. We're just gonna get right to it. The next one up is Great Sage Sun wants us to check out a band. Oh, I've done this band before. Oh, I think I'm getting to that place where there's 50% of when I get a request, I at least have done something of the band. The original, or the origin of Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th. The short history of this is the King of France had a lot of debt with the Knights Templar, who were powerful bankers by this point. He decided to erase that debt by erasing them quite violently. This song is from the band Sabaton. The name of the song is Templars. Are you guys ready? Let's do this. All right. It's time. Let's go. Wow, this is a great hybrid blend. I mean, still with the sentimental or symphonic metal kind of vibe, obviously with the choir, but I loved how it opened up. There was a little bit of an EDM percussive loop in there. God, those guitars sound so clean. Huge background vocals. This is so cinematic, but the music is so freaking powerful. You know, the symphonic metal thing, the Nightwish vibe, the whole Wacken festival. Oh, snap. I don't know if that was some sound design throwing off that little percussion fill there, but Whoever's doing the symphonic arrangement, albeit synth, is doing a fantastic job. The answer back with the horns from the choral, the call answer. God, the mix is phenomenal as well.
False accusations, put out the flames. Assassinations, Jerusalem still calls the name. God's call, holy order, knights of Jesus Christ, charge from the temple. God's own chosen warriors, Templars on the march, charge from the temple. God's call, holy order, knights of Jesus Christ.
Wow, that's a pretty heavy video, isn't it?
God's own chosen warriors, Templars on the march, charge from the Temple Mount.
Burning of the Holy Grail. See, did you hear a little bit of the part of the arpeggiation kind of fade out with the back end of that? So for me, when it opened up, and let me get to a little happier place here. There we go. When it opened up, I heard this little like EDM style arpeggiation or something like that. That kind of got us into the track, and then once it was overwhelmed with the drums and the guitars and everything, then we got into what I think is a little bit more of a Sabaton style track. The cinematic metal or symphonic metal, they hit, fire damage levels on that. I'm a little familiar with the story of the Knights Templar. I think they were the ones, if I believe, that were in lore. The ones who were, I think, as I was listening to the lyrics, chosen to protect, I guess, the veil, if I remember from some other movies too, from Hollywood. But I kind of liked the way the video was assembled really well. But as far as the track was concerned, it was just as on fire as could be. I think, as I had mentioned in other streams, production is changing so much and it's getting so good and getting so clear that you can hear all these great nuances that a lot of times will get muddied out. And I also, as I mentioned on the first half of the stream today, the tones of the guitars are changing, but for the better for me. It's like you're keeping the integrity, the punchiness, and the ballsiness of the guitar, but it's shaped a little differently in the tones, so you can hear a little bit more cleaner, if you would, details with the mix by doing what the engineer's magic does. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, next up, we are going to be listening from something from Arctic Prague. Arctic Prague wants us to listen to, hey, commented under your Fata Morgana video, I wanted you to hear this. Got a lot of likes, but I don't know if you saw it. Excited to see how you like it. And I am a big fan of Spiritbox. And Courtney's voice, phenomenal. The arrangement, the composition. So I don't know if I've ever heard this one track, though. This one is called A Heaven with Two Faces. So yeah, this is Spiritbox. Let's do this. All right. YouTube is still going in labor. Really nice pattern, but listen to that long tail reverb. A little bit of a percussive sequence back there. But here we go again with the guitar tones. Fucking amazing. And now we can hear the hi-hat of the drummer. They're being very coy with the overhead mics and the cymbals on this. There's a part of me that wants to hear a little bit of that banging going on in there. There's like 3 arpeggiations happening here. Super hybrid. I think there's got to be a banging ball busting section coming up soon. Nice production move there, kind of giving us some space. There we go. But yes, Soundgarden's drums are a little pulled back, but I'm just like dying to hear just a little more cymbals, you know what I mean? Just there's like 4 different sequence arrangements that keep tailing off into the other arrangement. That's what's making this great. So listen, when it peels away, you'll find the sequences, what duties they're holding. This peels. This is obviously a super run up the flagpole of being super ambient and ethereal. I think a lot of the stuff the Spiritbox has focused on, based on my just short little journey through their discography, in their more recent releases, are a lot more heavier focus on the ethereal ambient part of metal production. And also on this particular track, I found it to be, there was quite a few little sequences that were going around there that were not, you know, played by guitars and stuff. They could have been. I don't know. Things are changing so fast, you know. But if you repeat a pattern on a guitar, you run it through a couple things. It sounds like it could be, you know, a melody, you know, sounding vibe. There's so many different things you could do. What I found was a couple of other things that I found was like the drums. The drums were in a place in the mix where it wasn't that it was, you know, kind of low in the mix as much as it was, for some reason, the engineers, the producers and stuff, it seems like they just decided to keep just to roll off the high ends on either the whole mastering, you know, the mix and master out. Maybe they about 13K plus, there was no real shine to it, which is fine. So they want maybe a warmer kind of vibe to it. But I said it so many times, or a couple times ago, I'm just missing, you know, the ginormous emphasis on ride work, hi-hat work, cymbal work on this track. And I'm sure that was probably a decision by production and everybody for a particular reason wherever this falls in the album. Her voice is always phenomenal. So, I mean, I don't think I can ever expand on how Courtney sounds. I think she's extremely, extremely talented. And we're probably going to hear miles and miles more from Spiritbox and Courtney. So, yeah, this was a badass track, is what I'm saying. All right, next up, who do we got? DJ Tambor. DJ Tambor. DJ Tambor. Composed by Saki Mamiyama. This track is the main desert theme of a game where the player has to travel through a vast desert to get to a village in order to find an ancient artifact that is going to help him defeat the bad guys. Just, what do I say there? Just, I got nothing to say. This is from the game YS7. The name of the song is Desert of Despair. Okay, let's do this. Stop laughing at me. Oh my God, those tube bells. They remind me of the old DX7s. What a catchy melody. I don't know why, but when I hear those bells, I think of Janet Jackson. I'm sorry. Showing my age. I mean, is it me? Right, SB? I mean, come on. You know, the power grid on this track is just 4 on the floor drums. And then you have the muting and the bass holding the eighths. I love this right here, this pre-chorus. It's so well structured. I mean, but really the structure is verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So it's got a great song structure. And here comes the big hook. composer does some really great layering with this melody. Having the main melody that we're hearing pretty much down the middle, but it's got a very wide reference on another MIDI track that's going on. I don't know, that one note there with a little cheese ball, I'm like, what? I'm waiting for Janet Jackson to be going. I don't know, it's just those bells. It just reminds me of that production back in the day. So we're probably going to catch a fade here. Yeah, I just vogued out there. Is that what that was? I don't know what that super fun track, man. I can understand how this is a ball banger for a video game. Excuse me. The whole thing was just, I guess, DJ, you're saying that this is a desert theme, but this must be some kind of a battle or something aggressive, because the thing is just, you know, 4 to the floor. Those eighth notes are constantly chugging all the way through. It's always moving forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. But in a perfect way, the way this was composed, it had a lot of really solid song structure, as I was mentioning earlier, which is they got their verse section, they got their pre-chorus, their chorus. Then a little bit of a turnaround, second verse, pre-chorus, chorus. And then a little bit of a breakdown was going down there. I think there was, if I'm trying to remember, was there a little cut time that happened there before they brought it back? But that da 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 da. You see, if it's in my head, at my age, if a track like this can resonate and I can still pull the melody out of it, then that just goes to show you it was extremely well written to infiltrate whatever is left in here. I'm just saying. 2 different games, 2 different desert themes. Gotcha. Oh, I see, near the end. Oh, you're fighting monsters in the desert. Okay, good. So I'm catching. I'm going back into the chat flow because the first half of today, I had no chat flow up here. I was looking down here. Anyhow, I got a thick skull. I should have a thick skull, I'm thinking. I've had quite a few concussions from playing hockey, and I don't have any brain damage, I don't think. But according to you guys, I have more than enough brain damage. Okay, here comes all the old man emotes. Anford P, how are you? We are doing your track right now. Anford says, this is from one of my favorite visual novels, which is like a barely interactive kind of game, like reading a book with built-in music and illustrations. An incredible track for running away from the minions of an elegant but cruel world, a witch. So the name of this track is called World End Dominator. It's a GOM OST. ZTS artist, I guess, Umineko When They Cry. That's the best as I can get with that, guys. This is from Manfred P. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, this is unique. This is really nice. Very ravey. Would you agree, SB and everybody? Okay, this turnaround here is truly the Japanese composer, like following, this is how we do it here. Yeah, so Ginger, you're right. It's got that rave symphonic vibe for sure here. But we might go back into a little bit more of a stern grind right after this. Here. Oh, Mozart just entered the rave. There's a 158 arpeggiation happening there. It's really cool. It's really great production, but it is all over the place. And that's not a bad thing. I like that. That's a great pattern. Oh, he did like 2 bars of 1 2 1 2. You know, one of the things that I love about the Japanese composers is they're not afraid to take chances to bring, even if it's dark and gnarly and stuff, they still bring a wonderful element of melody and changes in the chord structures. Baroque ass. But Ginger, isn't this, with all of this being EDM, isn't there some kind of infusion in that genre you just mentioned that should have a representation in what you're saying? I don't know, I'm just asking. Brexter. That was a little crispy. Ooh, I thought he was going to go into some kind of cut beat there. You know, it's funny because this arrangement was living in there when all the kit and everything was banging away in there. See? So this is one of those great production moves where you got everything banging and then all of a sudden mute out all the percussion and let some of the other arrangements take over and let it live for a minute. One drop this there. What a crazy ass track. So I mean, I said enough during the track pretty much on how I felt about it, but I'm watching you guys go through what the hardcore goth, and for me when I hear the word goth, for some reason I'm thinking it's goth as a metal genre, or is it a composing style? Kind of like maybe it's a breakdown of a little more of a what's the word I'm looking for, like a mass requiem kind of dark vibe or something like that, or gothic, I guess. Oh, gothic, not goth. Okay. So now I get it. So now that's where the difference is. Okay, got it. All right. That was a great track. But like I said earlier, I think the biggest takeaway for me is the fact that when the Japanese composers write almost anything, they're just not afraid to give it love and lift it and beautiful melody and stuff like that and really take you through a journey, you know, because it is really easy to actually sit on something for like, 2 minutes and just kind of mute in and out and do stuff, but they like to take you around and they'll sit there and say, hey, we'll make this kind of light and fluffy for you for just a second, and then, we'll hit you in the throat again a little later. Goodbye, Crossface. See you, bro. Okay, so next up, well, I remember we had this person here come in, and one of our new Kados called Igorrr came in and wanted me to listen to Between the Buried and Me, the new track. But this, obviously I did that at the beginning of the first half of the stream today. So this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy listen, but for those of you who are big fans of Snarky Puppy like I am, no problem. And apparently this one is the Metropole Orkestra. Orkest? The name of the song is The Curtain. First time donating to any streamer in many years, but I'm glad it's going to you. Oh, that's very nice of you. Haven't watched your Twitch much, but I figured now is the best time to let you know Between the Buried and Me came out with an... Oh, that's right. That's the old message for the... I'm sorry. My bad. I suck. I'm old. Igorrr, this is for you. This is Snarky Puppy and the Metropole Orkestra, or Orkest. The name of the track is The Curtain. Let's go. Dissonance up there in the high end of the strings. Very nice. Nathan Wirth. But that guy's the most badass percussionist. If I said his last name right. That's so beautiful. Listen to Michael on the bass, just so smooth. Watching these guys perform. I love the trio of guitar players over there. It's like seeing some old familiar buddies and stuff since I watched one of their very first performances. I think it looks like pretty much everyone's there. That right there, that pattern. What a rich, beautiful sound too. Oof. Giving me a little bit of big generator yes vibes. I don't know. It's just the marimba thing. There's a little similarity to some of the arrangements, yeah? It's doubled. So the bass is actually doubled by the left hand of one of the keyboardists, synth guys, and Michael. See, his left hand is playing that bass line. Oh, I love the way he plays. There he is on the cheese grater. badass. Little kind of wah plugging into that, you know, whatever he stomped on to get that sound. See, we got that all that pizzicato going. Pop, 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 pop. That's the violin section. So it's an octave pedal, Zumborg, but it sounded like it had a little bit of a wah flange to it, didn't it? Hey, Magic Buzzard. This guy is such a brilliant keyboard player. You know what the real heartbreaker is? I believe who's missing here is that one keyboard player that passed away very early in his life. I think his name was Sean Martin. This guy is so freaking amazing on the fly. Yeah, host worm, totally. The talent is just mind-numbing. Bro, they're all watching you. He's feeling the moves. Beautifully hypnotic, huh? Beautiful technique. Look at him, he's mesmerized, and he's the man. Did I hear a little something back there like a bass? Oh, there it is. I did hear something like a little... Oh, between the both of them. I thought I heard a little moogie bass line or something. That soft moog back there. Wow. Good 8 seconds there. Just to let it all just kind of... What a beautiful piece. That was just phenomenal. Just beautiful. I wonder who did the orchestrating. I'm not too sure if it'll... it doesn't say here. Let me look under here real quick. Conducted by Jules Buckley. I guess Michael League, the bass player who's also the writer, maybe he did the orchestrating as well. Yes, I'm always interested in that aspect of it, and who took the power play on that position, because that's a lot of work too, and that's a lot of extra things you got to think about when converting your arrangements into music. Musicians in front of you, how big are the sections? We've talked about this before. Beautiful track. Everything about it, the video too, the presentation of it as well. It's good, like I said earlier, it's good to see the usual suspects in Snarky Puppy. The unfortunate thing is one of the keyboardists did pass away, I think about a year ago. Sean Martin, phenomenal. A matter of fact, in the very famous Snarky Puppy video, I think it's called We're All Here or something, where that one gentleman does that incredible solo. The looks between each other were so admirable, and they were having so much fun, but apparently Sean wasn't doing well and he passed away. But nonetheless, it was just fantastic to watch, and just so well put together. It's Snarky Puppy, they're groundbreaking. I haven't heard one track that made me go, meh, not one. Michael League, if I believe that's how you say his last name, is an incredible writer, band leader, and he surrounds himself with some of the most amazeballs musicians, full stop. That's all there is to it. I'm just saying. Next up is Doc Doom. Doc Doom. So we go from beautiful Snarky Puppy. This was an incredible arrangement. And next up, this is my personal favorite track from their new album, just released about 2-3 weeks ago. For Doc Doom, nothing more than Thal. So guys, this next track on our lovely evening here on Friday the 13th is a track I am going to butcher the title. Dva vackra svanar by Vildhjarta. I'm just letting it be that, guys. Check your volume. Check your volume. It's coming in hot. Let's go.
Control.
Ooh, nice. Messing around with a little bit of ambient ethereal here. Like a false seduction in a spacey vibe here. See? I'm so digging the rinse and the ambient ethereal stuff going in the background. God, that melody with the guitar. The smoothness of that playing. God, so digging this section right here. I'm waiting for it. Woo, get it. Quirky dissonance there. That's pretty mental. Damn, that scream in the back, man. That note took me for a little crack, 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 crack. Crazy feel there with the drummer. What a badass switch up. You know, like I've mentioned a few times, I feel like a broken record. I think we're seeing a major shift in production on a lot of these bands. You know, adventuring out and doing things that maybe they've like done in the past. So I'm not really that well rinsed on Vildhjarta. I have done probably a handful of tracks on the Decomposer Lounge. So I don't know if this is something that they're doing in the past, but now with newer sounds, newer pads, newer, ethereal synth hybrid works that now is taking ethereal and ambient vibes to a whole different level. And it's like these bands are tastefully, okay, see, so that's the big word right there. These bands are tastefully using that element to give another, let's just say, glide to the pain, if that makes sense. The darkness and the hardcoreness of what the music represents. Another thing, once I said earlier too, is as the years go by and I listen to more tracks that have a lot of that darker, growlier, pitched voice work, and then engineers are doing incredible jobs and putting them in unique places and mixes and doing unique things to them to give them the doubling effect or whatever the case is. It's becoming more and more apparent, or either that or I'm becoming more and more aware on the musicality of the guitar players or the stuff that's happening in the background that's giving us a sense of melody through the arrangements. Because truly the focus is, the performer, the lead singer that's, relaying the poetry, the music, or the lyrics and stuff, and doesn't have a tone though. It has its own tone. Before anybody comes to me at the comments, you understand what I'm saying. But the musicality of the guitar work on this was also pretty grindy. I really liked it. And the guitar tones, once again, frickin' mental. I'm living through a very good period of music time right now, and I get to hear at my age all these great changes that are happening. Except AI, goddammit. Okay, here we go. Next up is the Kebab Seller. Ba-dum-bum-boo, ba-dum-boo-boo. Wait, I want to read Siggo Swarm's comment here. Stand by. I might add the attack on the drums. Oh, that's a very good point, Sig. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm sorry. I refocus. The Kebab Seller's in the house, guys. And Kebab Seller wants us to listen to... Oh, we're going to get ourselves back to some game OST here. We're going to listen to a song called Seraph, Aeternus, and it's from the game Monster Train 2. Have we listened to a lot of stuff from that? Let me know. Monster Train 2. Let's go. This is cool. Is Jordan Shin the same composer from Civilization? Wow, check that out. Someone's been listening to some crushing metalcore. What a trippy blend here. Right? Exactly, SB. How's that? It almost feels like Between the Buried and Me just wrote this. It's that same like wow kind of vibe, yeah? See, this is that bold OST game melodic composition aspect. You got to bring that in there, man. This is Kebab brings some great stuff in the house. Take it. I love that chord right there. Y'all. Pretty unexpected. The Kebab Seller bringing it in. This was a great track, Kebab Seller, very unique. I loved how the computer seemed to have hybrid implemented some of our more intense metalcore kind of attitude, especially with the real super fast, with the kicks and stuff like that. So there was always a little bit of chugginess in it. I just don't know if, it was hard for me to figure out if it was Chuggy Dug, meaning if that was done with a sample that was triggered and quantized and everything, or if that was actually doubled. It could have been doubled and stacked, stem stacked or something like that. Great melody, like usual. Once again, you guys probably think I'm a broken record because I am, but I'm always going to say it. These composers have a wonderful way of taking you into a dark place, really setting up whatever the tone is for the game. And then at some point, they're either going to bring back a little piece of the leitmotif or something super melodic will come in and take you around, and then they'll bring you right back down. So it's always a complete journey with the music. Of course, I've never heard of this game. And this apparently released 3 weeks ago. Monster Train 2, I guess that's what this is. Anybody ever play it? I don't know. Nobody ever played it? Okay, next up is coming from somebody I think might have been you. I hope it's still hanging around here. No, not Lori. She's not Lori, but then again, I don't know whatever gender or not, but it just seems like it's not Lori. We're going to continue on the theme of anime. So this one is going to be a song called Libera Me from Hell. And the name of the anime is Gurren Lagann. Is that it? Okay. Here we go. Sensing perhaps a symphonic metal.
Impossible, see the invisible.
Row, get a little hip hop out of this.
Power, touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, fight the power. Power to the peeps, power for the dreams. Still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be that once incredible soldier from underground. See how easy they all fall down. Digging through the core to see the light. Let's get out of here, babe. That's the way to survive. Y'all top of the head. I'm on the set. Do the impossible. Don't you wanna bet? Cause a lot of things change. We be waiting in vain. If you wanna get by, no pain, no gain. Wow, Ricky's wanna test me again. Sorry, my rhyme's gonna snatch your brain, yo. I'm so
Why does
sorry,
that sound a little like Ren?
Making it happen with a crazy rap skill. You ready to
That'll be the
rumble?
second
Now
time
be the
today.
time, If you ain't know, now you know.
This is a trip. Not that Ren from Ren and Stimpy. I'm talking about the guitar artist from Europe. The Boosker or whatever. Really nice string arrangements. And great support with the horns. I love that super cheesy piano sound.
Second verse dedicates to the real peeps. What we gotta say is so real thing, cause revolution ain't never gonna televise. Kicking a mad flow, microphone phenotype. Opening third eye, seeing through the overground. I'm about to hit you with a scream from underground. Whole city's covered with a cyber flavor cheese in the area. We're now the toughest in
Very bold with this holiness committed. Strings mean business, man. When they start doing that, they're marching you up into something else. Well, nice how that melody and the strings follow each other there, the little unison thing.
Fight the power!
Fight the Power. What was the name of the rap group that did that very famous Fight the Power song?
Fight the power!
Oh, Public Enemy, that's right. What a unique blend of tracks and stuff like that. We had a very full-on representation of classical arrangements. You know, we had the opera, we had the violin. The violin and the horn arrangements were really super well done. The opera singer kind of sounded a little, you know, that with that overexcited vibrato. No, that's not the right way to say it. That's actually a style, but it's very. Oh God, there's this very this one singer from the 60s, 70s, Ethel Merman, had that very, I think that's her name, Ethel Merman, had that very powerful, confident sound coming from the chest area and stuff like that, and it was just this beautiful tone with that very confident vibrato and stuff. And then you just, that whole thing gets kind of like, okay, we're gonna move over here, here comes the rapper. And for some reason, I don't know what it was, but it kind of reminded me of that English busker, but I never knew how to say that name. Ren. I think it could have been just a little bit of the enunciation of some of the words. I'm just saying, not Ren and Stimpy. However, that would be kind of funny if somebody took a Ren and Stimpy show and did something with it. Because Ren and Stimpy, how classic is Ren and Stimpy? You idiot. You know if you know. You could tell I'm a fan. Okay, who's next? It snows in Australia. Okay, we're doing a track called Jumpscare. Oh, it's by Snows in Australia. So Snows in Australia is going to be sharing a track here with us, which is super cool beans. I love it when we have Arcados. Please, no matter where you are in your career or your creativity, if you feel the feel, please come on in here and share with us the music. You know, it's always wonderful, especially when we start to get to know each other a little bit based on our personalities and stuff. And you drop something in here, and we're like, bruh. So let's see. Another world premiere for you, Jeeves. No one in the universe has heard this besides myself. I hope you enjoy. That is the sign of a composer who's kept one close to his chest. Guys, this is It Snows in Australia. Let's go. It said it right there in the title. Jesus. Okay, I'm sweating after that. Frick. Yeah, you didn't get me that time. This is really super creative, man. Are you playing live drums? Dude, I really love this, the texture of your production. Yeah, you got me on the jump scare. I like that little meandering lead. Pretty freaking Alice in Wonderland macabre trippy. I know the vocals, right? I don't know. I'm not trusting the song's over yet before he hits me one more time. Dude, really, I really did enjoy that kind of the dynamics of you taking me down. Jump scare really didn't bother me. It scared the shit out of me, but I really liked it because what you did is you just had this nice, just low enough where I was going, oh, I got to turn it up a little bit. I wonder what he's doing there. So I turned it up louder than I normally had it. And so, of course, it kicked my ass. So if that was the plan, very well done. But there was this kind of, you know, how would I best describe the flex on this? Bipolar? Kind of arrangement, vibe to it, and I thought it was great. I'm not saying you're bipolar. I'm just saying it had that vibe, you know. It's like, Everything's fine. Everything's good. I'm over here. Fuck you! Cause oh shit! Someone's gonna clip that, aren't they? Anyhow, that's what you get. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It was really well done. I dug it, man. It was good. But that's what it felt like. I think Quado must have popped out again on that. Jeez, I can't do that kind of stuff anymore. Ah, okay, who's next up here? Next up is Soundgarden. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. Ooh, is this going to be live? Salutations. Your esteemed Jeebness and fellow Danger Noodles. Well done. After my Carbon request, thought I'd drop a new Igorrr track. This is two things I like, Blasbeats and Falafel. This track features Trey Spruance of Faith No More and Mr. Bugle fame. Okay. Or is that Mr. Bungle? Whatever. Leave me alone. Let's go. I love Igorrr, so I know what I'm in for. Ooh. Great engineering on the drums, man. Wow, really? So well arranged, man. You're right, man. This is like surfcore. That was a unique camera view. Why is it that I thought that Igorrr was, well, you know, you can't you can't pin a particular style on an artist or a band or a group because you've listened to 3 or 4 of their tracks, because that's all it is. But for some reason, all the other Igorrr tracks that I've ever listened to have been has been as gnarly and chaotic as that. This was probably one of the most musical ones that I heard. You know, live instrumentation and this, what we call, I guess, Igorrr core, or whatever we want to call this particular style, or surf core. It definitely had like a surfer's vibe to it. Had that clean kind of single coil kind of sound there, but I thought it was just absolutely crunching, just ball smashing. And I didn't know that that was part of their repertoire. The drummer was absolutely crushing, and I kind of was just enjoying the track for what it was, in the sense that even with the camera work and everything, that was super entertaining. Thought it was great, is what I'm saying. Anybody else agree? I know, right? The choir in the church. I mean, they went to a certain. It looks like they were at different musicians' studios, like, you know, the guitar player's at his house and whatever. But yeah, just the choir for the 2 cuts, you know, and also that singer. Jeez, that guy put everything into it. His veins in his forehead were going to pop out. Next up, Underwater Dojo. Underwater Dojo, are you here? What do we got here? Underwater Dojo. Let's see. I don't, if the name of the song I will match, because I changed it at least 10 times. It is, if it's Ordinary People, then a 98 grade album. Okay, so the name of the band is Starflyer 59, and the song is We're the Ordinary People. Are you here with us, Underwater Dojo? Hello. Well, here comes your song, my friend. Let's go. I love this. What a vibe. Such a vibe. A little bit of a Radiohead. I love the use of the older synth pad sound that's kind of mostly on this side. Such a great vibe. There's a little bit of a Zeppelin thing going on here too. I don't know if it's a Dazed and Confused thing at the turnaround or something. It's reminding me of it. So, you know, there's these little sporadic layering of guitars that are there. Obviously, the acoustic is the most consistent. You're hearing more a little on this side. But it's also slightly doubled up in here. Yeah, Coldplay is a good call, Serge. Yeah, non-offensive. Very melancholy, this track. So that was a really fun production note that I noticed. So our singer stays in this little sunshine, and everything is right here. So he's like in this place in the performance where he could be stimming or something. He's like, you know, but then what ends up happening is, like, sometimes we expect, like, towards the end of a track that the vocalist will whatever that can. Sorry, it sounds like a dog whining there, but instead of that happening, they grind up with the arrangement and let the dirt and the guitars take over in that last 8 bars, just to give it its emphasis, you know, to emphasize, you know, the painful aspect of it, you know, while he still stayed in this kind of safe pocket, you know, kind of thing, which I really, really dug it. That was such a great vibe. I was so down on that. That was like, yay. Not down. I mean, it's like down for listening to it. It's going down. Brexter. Are you here, sir? Brexter. Are you here, sir? Mr. Brexter. CB? Were you CB? I thought I said SB. Didn't I say CB? Uh-oh. Brexter says we got to strap in, kids, because this one's going to be a banger. They are my clogs. Enjoy ABBA and the Cados. Yeah, the fact that Brexter says strap in, kids, this is going to be a real pegger, I guess. Okay, hang on for a second. Let's go. Oh, yeah, by the name. The band is OCT. Let's go. All right. YouTube is just hating it.
I have been sent to Earth to capture a relic that contains the energy of over 12 trillion supernovas. With its mysterious powers, my people and I will rule the galaxy.
What's his name? The actor?
With a wooden clog.
Oh. Is that like Gadascus or whatever they call it? That actor from Bachelor Party or something?
Years before I was born, Father told this to me. It was one Christmas morning in 73. There was one lonely gift nestled under the tree. My grandfather said, don't touch mine. He said, boy, listen close, I am saying this once. These were worn by my parents and their parents' parents. Now they're yours, but be sure to guard them with your life. He said, don't ever let them touch my clogs. You can take my cash, you could burn my house, you could force feed trash.
This is great. It was released a year ago, and it's got such a great 80s vibe.
Without letting someone touch my clogs. Have to take my life, you'll have to steal.
Don't touch my
dog.
clogs.
Have to beat my wife, you'll have to kill my mom with a rusty knife. You'll have to break my legs before I ever let you touch my clogs.
Fun, clever.
Father said, you're my son, so I'll tell you the truth. I wore clogs without socks for the bulk of my youth. Now these clogs, they are yours. Protect them with your life.
Yeah, that's a Devo call. That's a good one.
You can slap my wrist. I let you shave my head. Let you wax my bits. I even butt chop bleach while you twist
I'll let you
my
wax my
nips.
pits
After all of that,
and twist
I
my
still
nips.
wouldn't
Nice.
let you touch my claws. You could eat my lunch and you could knock me out with a 1-inch punch and make me drink your sweat from a dirty sponge. You'd have to shoot me dead before I ever let you touch my claws. It's my purpose in life to keep them safe until my child is at least 25. Then I will bless the clogs of them and they'll wear them with pride. And every single day from then they'll make sure no one is touched. They're the one thing I love, the only thing that makes me sure there's a God up above. Those wooden clogs on my feet, yeah, they feel like a glove. And I would give up everything before I ever let you touch.
Great production. I'm loving it.
You can take my gosh. You could force feed trash. I'd let you kick my balls while I chewed on glass before I even thought about letting someone touch my claws. You'll have to take my life. You'll have to steal my dog. Have to beat my wife. You'll have to kill my mom with a rusty knife. You'll have to break my legs before I ever let you touch my
Clogs. Is that the actor? What is it? Let me look at the direct. It looks like the actor from what you call it. It doesn't. It's not. But best time ever. Those guys. I thought it was a great song. It was funny as hell because now I've officially listened to a Clog song. Out of the thousands of tracks of music that I listen to, I've listened to a Clog song, a retro Clog song with that nice 80s vibe. A little bit of a Rick Ashton. Is that the guy's name? Rick Ashton? Aston? It had that kind of like, kind of vibe. 1, 2, 3, spin. Excuse me. Ginger! All right. Let's see what Ginger wants. 45 minutes long. Oh, sorry. I was looking at something different. I'm just kidding. Ginger wants us to check out. Here's some hardcore for you. Well, I guess we're finishing the night with some hardcore. This one is called Angerfist, Skrillex and Damian Marley. And the song is Make It Bundem. Make It Bundem. So that's Bundem. Guys ready? This is from Ginger. Apparently this is going to be painful, guys. Let's go. Oh my goodness, poor YouTube. Oh, I can't look. I'm lactose intolerant. Wow, this is badass. Got a little bit of that Arabic Phrygian vibe, doesn't it? sharp. Bing. Wow, this is such a unique genre. I don't know why. Maybe I've mis-genre-ized what this is. This is great. Angerfist, of course. Angerfist. Oh.
And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
What a trip, man. I'm really digging this. It's like that Viking dancer dude. It's giving me that vibe. I don't know if that's the same thing, but it's very... Ginger, that was a great track. And I think one of the cool things that I super dug about it is it didn't bang out really hard, you know, with drums and stuff like that. It really focused on that lower end, you know, obviously very overdriven synthy sounds. But that was a smoking ass track, is what I'm saying. And what is this? One of these nights, I'll introduce you to Mick Gordon's Argent Metal. Well, Icon, Estimable. Mick Gordon is one of my favorite composers. When I saw the game Doom, I listened to some of that music there. Mick Gordon is just absolute monster. Okay.